Hello everyone, myself Hamida says today I am going to discuss related to basic human rights in that children's part and all these things we are going to discuss in our today's lecture. Now let us see about that. Children constitutes about 40% of the India's population. Nearly 40% suffers from the malnutrition. About 1 lakh subscribing to its every month. India's infant mortality rate of 120 per 1000. For every 7 children born, one died before the age of 5. It is a real fact which is present in our India. Over 30,000 children go blind every year. 9 out of every 1,000 schools going, the children suffers from the rheumatic heart disease because of the nutritional anemia. The hundred of a children are kidnapped every year, and many of them are sold for forced into beggary. These are the crimes happened with our Indian children. Then the constitutional provision about that, just see, in our Indian constitutions there are some articles involved for that children crime. Just see, article number 25, article number 39 and article number 45. In that, the national concern of the children is reflected in the constitutional and legislative provisions which govern the rights of children. In article number 25 lays down that no child below the age of 14 shall be employed to work in any factory or mine hazardous nature. In article number 39 requires the state to ensure that the children are not forced by economic necessity to enter the vocations unsighted to their age and the strength. In article number 45 requires the state to endorse to provide the free and compulsory education for all children up to the age of 14 years. Thus, in our Indian constitutional, article number 25, article number 39 and article number 45 involves related to constitutional provisions for children crime. Then a Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, which is held in 1956, a Women and the Children Institutes, that is a Listenings Act, which is written in 1960. In that, the State Children Act is also present. Then Factories Act is also written in 1948. Then the Plantation Labor Act, which is written in 1951. Then Mines Act, which is written in 1952. Then Jubilee Justice, which is written in 1986. These are some acts which is written for the child crime in our Indian constitution. Then Integrated Child Development Services, ICDS. Under that ICDS, the schemes was introduced on October 2, 1975. Main objective. What are these objectives? Just see. First objective is to improve the nutrition and health status of children in the age group of 0 to 6 years, to lay the foundations for proper psychological, physical and social development of the child, to reduce the incidence of mortality. Then morbidity is an also important parameter related to this. Then malnutrition and the school drop out, these are also some objective related to our integrated circuits. Then malnutrition and the school dropout, these are also some objectives related to that integrated child development services. Thus, for the integrated child development services, objective summarization is to improve the nutrition and the health, the foundation for the proper psychological, the physical and social development, to reduce the incidence of the mortality, then morbidity, then malnutrition and the school dropouts, etc. To achieve the effective coordination of the policy and the implementation among the various departments to promote the child development. It is also important parameter or factor related to this. Then next is related to scheme cover the children below the age of 6 years. It aims at the delivery of package of the services such as supplementary nutrition, then immunizations, then health checkup, then referral services, then non-formal, that is a preschool education and the health, then the nutrition education to all women. The next contents is the to focus the point to provide an wide in every village or a ward of a urban slum area. Then other programming related to the welfare department of the child welfare are daycare center of the children of working and aligning women. Next is a early childhood education center. Along with this Anand Pattern integrated family welfare program. The next is a national award for the child welfare. The next parameter is related to celebration of the children's day is also we are going to celebrating every year midday meal scheme for the school going children's. It is also enhancing the student to attract towards the school. Then public awareness programming through mass media agencies like radio, television, children's films, etc. is also helpful for promoting the student to came for the literacy purpose in school, and also introduces the children's park, painting companies, then cultural programs, then children publications, children libraries, bal bhavans, then doll motions, then children's film society, then children's book trust, then children fairs, etc. is also involved in this. Then elderly is an important parameter related to this. The population of the old people of a 60 plus age is estimated to be about 60 million in India. Most of the elderly people in the villages. Once the elderly people commanded the great respect due to the traditional norms and the values of the Indian society, but now the situation has undergone a change because of the disintegration of the joint family system and the recent changes in the social values, the social structure, and the economy resulting from the industrialization, urbanization, and impact of the Western culture is involved in that elderly. These elderly people are now neglected by their children and they feel unwanted. The generation gap is a widening and the children find it difficult to adjust with their elderly parents. Then consequently the aged now suffers from the numerous familial, social, economic, and psychological problems. Thus, the elderly will be faced out unwanted, then generation gap, then family, social, economic, and psychological problems will be created due to elderly people are thinking like this. Then government organization for that elderly people just see the problems of the aged can be mitigated by the providing necessity welfare services to them by the way of reasonable amount of the old age pensions, then free medical care, then housing facilities in the form of old age homes, then reconstructional facilities to relative their loneliness, then usual countries extended to them. These are the some facilities provided by the our government organization. Along with the organizations, in organization various voluntary organizations and association concerned with the care and the welfare of the elderly people, but particularly help the aged India and the aged care India are carrying on in the field of the care of the aged, which will help the Age India. It was established in 1978 on the pattern of the Help the Aged Society of England. It is a voluntary organization working that is a national wide for the elderly people care. In India, it operated throughout the country with a network of 22 centers in a major cities. It's had the office in a New Delhi. It also conduct the various events like uh, painting competition, debates, then grandparents meet, etc. These includes the home for aged days centers, the generic wards, mobile medicine units, Medicare units, the rehabilitations of the blind, aged, physically handicapped, and leprosy patients, and the contract operations. Age Care India in ACI was established in India in 1980, which is providing the educational, restrictional, social and cultural, spiritual services, which is going to arranging for the medical services, part-time employment to supplement their income, which is organizing the two strips and pilgrimages, which is conducting the research and the study on the problems of the aged and arranging the study circles, seminars, fests, rallies, etc. It has four types of members, such as founder member, life member, associate member, temporary member. These are the four types of a member came into picture under the title of Age Care India. Then old age homes are also important related to that aged people. The central state government, then municipal bodies, then philanthropic welfare association, older elderly citizens welfare association. These are the association related to older peoples for the old under the title of old age homes. Have the setup of a home for the old elderly citizens. At present, there are only some 300 homes in the country, mostly in the urban areas. These demands are not really of threat, considering the hardship the senior citizens face to end retreating, or when they have no means of livelihood and are ignored by the younger lot in their families. Then handicapped people. Handicapped, what is the meaning of that handicapped, and what is the role played by that handicapped people? About that handicapped people by our Indian constitution, just see, a disabled person in a one who suffers from the loss of a impairment of the limbs or deformity in the physical or the mental capability. These persons are called as a handicapped people, whether due to nature of a foul play or an unexpected unfortunate accidents. It is estimated that about 12 millions of Indians, about 1.8% of Indian populations, have at least one disability or the other. About 10% of the handicapped are having more than one type of a physical disability. Then along with this, the National Institution for the Disabled. There are four national institutions in each major area of a disability under the Ministry of the Welfare. These are the National Institute of the Orthopedically Handicapped at Kolkata, the National Institute for the Visually Handicapped at Dehradun, the National Institute for the Mentally Handicapped at the Securabad, Ali Yavar Jung National Institute for the Hearing Handicapped at Bombay. These institutes have been designed as a top organization for training of professionals, production of the education material and other aids for the handicapped. Then the district rehabilitation centers. The Ministry of the Welfare started the district rehabilitation center scheme in a 1983 for disabled persons living in the rural areas. The scheme predict the comprehensive identification of disappeared person, following which uh, restrictive medical education, vocational, and the placement services are arranged from them. These district centers are courageous non-governmental organization to provide the community awareness, parental counseling, and the vocational training services. Along with this, the other facilities provided for the handicapped people, just see over here, the loans are available for the bank at the concessional rates of the interest for the handicapped person to set up self-employment ventures. 3% of the vacancies in the Group C and Group D post in the government, which is reserved for the handicapped people, and the public sector undertaking have been reserved for the disabled persons. A 10-year relaxation in the age has been given to enable them to take the advantage of a reservation policy. Again, the social consent to handicapped person for the travel by bus, train, and air. Priority is also given to disabled person in the allotment of the government houses. Thus, other facilities for handicapped people in that the loans are available for the bank, 3% of the vacancies in a group C and D, a 10-year relaxation in the age, then the special concessions to the handicapped persons for travel by the bus. Scholarship for handicapped students from class 9th upwards, including the higher and the professional educations, are also given. HMT has produced the Braille wrist watches for the blind students. The sports competition are organized for physically handicapped persons, and the winners are awarded the prize. The state gives the pension to handicapped person. Next, the minority groups, scheduled caste, that is a SC, and scheduled tribe, that is a ST. The scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, under the title the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes classes, constitutes under the privileged who have been oppressed, suppressed, exploited, humiliated, and deprived equality, liberty, and the justice in various fields of life. They have suffered the numerous disabilities and deprivations and are therefore known as minority groups of society. The terms the scheduled caste appeared for the first time in the Government of India Act in 1935. In April 1936, the British government had issued the Government of India, that is the Scheduled Caste Order, in 1936, specifying the certain caste, race, and tribes as scheduled caste. Under that, the constitutional safeguards, the constitutional prescribes the protections and the safeguards for the STs and STs. The main safeguards as the abolition of untouchability and the forbidding of its practices in any form, which is involved in Article number 17, the throwing open by law of a Hindu religious institutions of a public character to all the classes and the section of Hindus, which is involved in Article number 25B. The special representation in the Lok Sabha and the state Rajya Sabha to SCs and STs till 25 January 2010, which is involved in Article number 330, 332 and 334. Then the reservation in the services. In that Article number 335U of the Constitution provides that the claims of the members of SC and STs shall be taken into consideration in making appointment to the post and the services in connection with the affairs of the Union of the States. In Article number 16.4 permits the reservation in favor of citizens of backward classes who may not be adequately represented in the services. The reservations for the SC and ST is subject to the maximum of 50% of the total number of vacancies. The schemes of the reservation is also being followed by the public sector's undertakings. Then centrally sponsored schemes. Under that centrally sponsored schemes, the post meritic scholarship for SC and ST students, then pre-meritic scholarships for the children of those engaged in unclaimed occupations, then book bank for SC and ST students studying in medical and engineering colleges, boys and girls hostel schemes for SC, coaching and the allied schemes for SC and STs. Then objective of the tribal development. The major objective of the tribal development were the talking of family oriented beneficiary programs in the field of agriculture, horticulture, animal husbandry, small industries, etc. The elimination of the exploitation of the tribal, the human resources development through the education and the training programs, infrastructure development. These are the things involved in that objectives of the tribal development. Thus, we have covered related to these things related to that our services SC and ST category and all these things we have covered over here. Okay, along with that, social welfare programming in India is also involved in this. Along with this, the social welfareness program in India, the Department of the Social Work created in a 1964. The Ministry of Welfare under the central government is responsible for the general social welfare. It plans in a 1985, that is the social welfare programs, and the coordinates the welfare services mentioned by the government of India, the state government and the national voluntary agencies. A central social welfare board was set up in August 1953 to distribute the funds to voluntary social services organization for strengthening, improving and extending the existing activities in the field of social welfare and for developing new programs and the carrying out the pilots projects. Then the role of nurse. There are so many social problems are there in the society. The nurse should understand the people and their problems. The illiteracy, uneducated people are come to the hospital. They do not know about the disease condition. As a nurse should understand their problems and ready to help the patient. The nurse gives the health education to the patient and their family members also. Suspicious beliefs attitude about their health, so the nurse should explain the teach about what is a good and what is the bad to their health and give the idea that how to get the cure from wrong activities. Poverty also a social problem. Nurse should know their family income and economic conditions and treat them. So many children in the family will affect malnutrition, so nurse teach them to follow the family planning. The nurse should changing the attitude of the handicapped and elderly persons about their self and that of his family, friends, neighbors, employers and co-workers about the disabled in general. Thus, the nurse can help in changing the attitude of the people. Social changes has led to disintegration of the joint family system and nuclear families have emerged. The nurse should understand the society and its problems. This is all about things related to social activities. Okay, thank you.